Question 1. Sanjeet put two identical posters on his wall, as shown. What is the distance d from the edge of each poster to the middle of the wall? Step 1 is to underline any keywords. Distance d and the numbers in the diagram are key in answering this question. Step 2 is to understand that we are required to find the distance from the edge of the poster to the middle of the wall. That is indicated to us through the arrow and the letter D. Step 3 is to solve. We start by finding the length from the middle of the wall to the right corner of the wall. The length is equal to 3.5. That is because it is half of 7. To find D, we do 3.5 minus the length of the poster, which is 0.75, plus the length of the remaining wall. Therefore, the distance is equal to 1.25 meters. So the answer for question 1 is option 1. Question 2. The wheels on a bicycle each have a diameter of 670 millimeters. The wheel turns 10 times. Approximately how many meters has the bicycle traveled? Step 1 is to underline any keywords. The diameter of 670 millimeters is important. The wheel turning 10 times. And our answer being in meters. Step 2 is to understand that we need to find the circumference of the wheel and then to multiply that by 10. Also, we are required to change 670 millimeters to meters. Step 3 is to solve. We begin by converting 670 millimeters to meters. To do that, we divide 670 millimeters by 1,000. That is because there is 1,000 millimeters in a meter. Therefore, 670 millimeters is equal to 0.67 meters. We now need to find the circumference of the wheel. Remembering that the circumference is the outside edge of the circle. The formula for the circumference is C is equal to pi times the diameter. Therefore, the circumference for the wheel is equal to pi times 0.67. We then multiply that answer by 10 because the wheel turns 10 times. Therefore, the distance travelled, D equaling to distance, is pi times 0.67 times 10. When we put that in the calculator, we get an answer of 21 meters. That is rounded to the nearest whole number. Question 3. The Louvre pyramid in Paris, France is made up of 4 triangles and a square. Roland is hired to clean the interior sides and the floor of the Louvre pyramid. What is the area that Roland will need to clean? Step 1 is to underline the key words, 4 triangles and the square. It is also important to notice the digits and the numbers within the diagram. Another key word or phrase is what is the area from the question. Step 2. We need to understand that we need to find the area of 4 triangles and the square. Step 3 is to solve. We begin by finding the area of the 4 triangles. The formula for the area of a triangle is half times the base times the height. Therefore, the area of one triangle from the Louvre pyramid is equal to half times 35, which is the base, times 28.6. However, there are 4 triangles. So we multiply this expression by 4. That gives us an area of 2002 meters squared. Our next step is to find the area of the square. To do that, we use the formula area is equal to side squared, where the side for the square is equal to 35 meters. So therefore, the area of the square is equal to 35 squared, which is equal to 1,225 meters squared. We then add the areas of all 4 triangles to the area of the square, and our final answer is equal to 327 meters squared. So Roland will be hired to clean an area of 3,227 meters squared. Question 4. Alex has a rectangular room, 3.2 meters long and 2.4 meters wide. She wants to cover the floor of her room with these square tiles. One pack, 6 square tiles, 40 centimeters by 40 centimeters. How many packs of tiles does Alex need? Step 1 is to underline any keywords. 3.2 meters long and 2.4 meters wide are important, for they are the dimensions of the room. The information on the pack also needs to be considered, and the word packs in the question itself is of quite significance. Step 2 is to understand that we need to find the area of Alex's room, the area of a tile, and the combined area of a pack of tiles. Step 3. To solve this question, we begin by finding the area of Alex's room. To do that, we multiply 3.2 by 2.4, and we get an area of 7.68 meters squared. Our next step is to find the area of a tile. But before we do that, we must first change its units from centimeters to meters, so that it matches to the units of the room. 40 centimeters is equal to 0.4 meters. We divide 40 centimeters by 100 because there are 100 centimeters in a meter. Therefore, the area of the tile is equal to 0.4 times 0.4, which is 0.16 meters squared. The next step is to find the total area of the pack of tiles. To do that, we multiply 0.16 by 6, and that is because there are 6 square tiles inside a pack. That gives us an answer of 0.96 meters squared. To answer the question, we then divide 7.68 meters squared by 0.96 meters squared, which gives us an answer of 8. Therefore, we need 8 packets in order to cover the floor of Alex's room. Question 5. This shape was formed by removing a sector from a circle of radius 9 centimeters. The area of the sector was 1/6 of the area of the circle. What is the perimeter of the shape to the nearest centimeter? Step 1 is to underline the key words. Radius 9 centimeters, 1/6 of the area of a circle, perimeter, and to the nearest centimeter are all key words in order to find the answer to this question. Step 2 is to understand. We need to understand that we are required to find the perimeter of this figure. To find the perimeter, we need to find the length around the outside of this shape. And to do that, we need to find the length of all 3 sides. That includes the 2 straight sides and the curved side. Step 3 is to solve. To find the length of the straight sides, we can get that from the question where it says the radius is equal to 9 centimeters. Therefore, The two straight sides are equal to 9 centimeters and 9 centimeters. To find the length of the curved side, we must use the formula for the circumference of a circle, which states that the circumference is equal to pi times the diameter. We aren't given the diameter from the question. However, the diameter is the length of a line from one side of a circle to the other going through the center. So the diameter for this particular figure is equal to 18. Another question we need to ask is, what fraction is this sector of a whole circle? And the answer to that is 5/6, because 1/6 has been removed. Using that fraction, we can then find the length of the curved side. To do that, we go pi times 18, which will give us the circumference of a full circle. Then we times that by 5/6 to find the length of the sector. That is equal to 47 centimeters. Now, to find the total perimeter of the circle, we add both lengths of the radius. So the perimeter is equal to 47 plus 9, which is equal to 65 centimeters. The total perimeter for this figure is equal to 65. Thank you.